hope everything comes through. Well, yeah, you want to buckle up, put your little mic on?
Don't go back to our old place. Probably locked up anyway. Never felt the same as when I ran away that day. It doesn't matter anymore. I'm wearing a Celtic shirt and they just lost tonight.
Did they?
Yeah.
I haven't really been keeping up with sports.
When have you ever?
That's true. You're not wrong. I do for like the main events. I try to keep up when I can. I know the draft was today, you were telling me.
Yeah, let me know when the video is starting.
Yeah, everything's rolling. How's your weekend? Well, how's your week? Any plans this weekend?
There's a little bit of work, a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Rogue?
No.
Rogie? Upper lipper decky?
No, thank you.
Well,
Something to spit in.
I'd say I had
Ooh, I just gagged.
I had a pretty eventful week working, not doing much. I also looked back at the videos and
Is that why you got your hood on this time?
I like having the hood on. I do need to buy new clothes though. All my shirts either have my work logo on it. All my shirts pretty much have my work logos on it. Or I have like two Skechers shirts.
Go thrifting. That's how I got most of my clothes.
Yeah, I don't go out much, so remote working is cake.
Yeah.
Not having to dress to impress. Um, but yeah, looking at the first two videos you made, I was just like, man, Ryan.
I'm bumming in all of them, wearing my pajamas, glasses, no jewelry.
Yeah, I guess that's the beauty of it though. You can look back at it and be like, you're a fat pig. Not you.
Remember, you're not supposed to talk down on yourselves on these.
Yeah, but you need a little bit of self criticizing. So you need to be a little self-critical in life. I do believe you shouldn't.
Your reality is what you make it.
Yeah, I don't think you should identify with like
Identify with what?
something you don't want to be, but you should
Fat
acknowledge
fuck.
where you are in life
I'm not
and
a fat
how
fuck.
much it's going to take to get there. Yeah, I was just thinking when I got out of college, I was like 160, and I've gained 40 pounds.
Well, I weighed 145. Now I'm 190.
Yeah, right there with me. But I mean, it looks good on you. You've always been skinny.
Thank you.
Make it work.
Thank you. I'm trying.
You didn't shave your beard like I did, incentricating my physique. I like it. I think beards are, I'd like to have my beard
I
back.
never really liked beards until it eventually grew on me.
That was good.
I didn't really like beards.
Not until they grew on me. It took a while. But what were you saying about the NFL draft?
What about it?
Um,
When did I talk about that?
before the camera went on, you were talking about sports.
Was I?
Yeah, a bunch of new stuff I've been watching.
Tell me what you know.
This dude who was a high prospect to be drafted off the first round pick, he did not receive the notoriety he was expecting.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. I have no idea who he is. I could look it up real quick. Oh, actually,
Two people that had a lot of hype was Travis Hunter and Shador Sanders. Travis Hunter is one of the first players to play offense and defense. I think he got selected number 2. Shador Sanders, Deion Sanders' son. He was projected to be selected within the first couple picks of the first round.
why do you think they didn't?
He refused to go to the combine.
What do you mean? He be there in person?
You know what a combine is?
Is it like where you get ready?
It's where players go to showcase their skills and get graded.
Oh,
So
so
let's see
he
how fast you can run routes, throw the ball, bench, vertical jump, long jump. So they get all your information pretty much. He was just like, nope, I think I'm gonna play. That's proved enough. Not going to the combine.
yeah, I mean, I see where he's coming from, but it sounds kind of nepotistic. A little bit
He's
of
Deion Sanders' son. They was quarterback for Travis Hunter, who got selected. I think it was second overall. Was it? No.
yeah.
Cam Ward was the first pick. He was no. Travis Hunter went to the Jags second overall. Had to have been. Patriots still had fourth pick, and they picked a lineman, an offensive lineman. I think he was a left tackle. You know what that is?
He tackles on the left side
No. He blocks on the left side.
occasionally, tackling.
No, he's on offense.
Or they call it left block.
I don't know. I didn't come up with it.
To the untrained mind, it sounds perceived.
Because you
It
got the
sounds.
line, which you got your big guys and tight end,
Mhm.
who also sometimes blocks, but he can catch the ball. Then you got your backfield with a quarterback and your running back and fullback, and then you got your wide receivers.
Can you put your mic higher up for me? Thank you. I just want to make sure.
Is this thing on?
Um,
So what? We get drunk.
do you ever
Smoke weed.
you ever wish you
Just having
continued
fun.
playing football?
Yeah, I guess.
What did you play in high school?
Football, baseball,
What position?
track, band. Position in football?
Mhm.
Cornerback. What do you think they do?
Run, try to catch the ball or help people or tackle
Played
people.
DB, which is cornerback safety, and then I also played receiver.
Okay.
Do you know what any of those do?
Yeah, receiver receives the ball thrown by the quarterback.
Okay. What about safety?
He keeps the receiver safe.
No, that's defense. It's on defense. Safety's on defense.
Okay, he keeps the quarterback safe.
No, he guards the receivers. Safety's the furthest one back. You have free
Okay,
safety, strong safety, and then cornerback is on head on with the
so
receiver, trying to keep the receiver from.
when the team's on offense, he's playing defense for the receiver.
He's defending the receiver.
Okay. Offense is the best defense.
What?
Offense is the best defense.
What? I played offense and defense.
It was confusing because you
Yeah,
said
special teams, but I don't really count that.
because I said he defends, he keeps the receiver safe, and you said no, he's on defense, and I said he defends the quarterback, and you said no, he defends the receiver. So
All right, so this is the receiver,
no, I get it.
and then this is the DB.
So he does keep the receiver safe by defending him.
No, he's trying not to let him catch the ball.
So he's defending the receiver of the other team from receiving the ball. Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Sum it up. But, there's
I don't know
not
much
very
about it.
many white DBs in the NFL, except for my boy Cooper DeJean. Shout out to him.
Yeah, it's not our sport. I'm kidding. It's yeah, I've noticed that. I've heard
He's
about
very
it.
undersized.
There's a new guy, right? He's some white dude
Give me more information.
playing corner or something.
Yeah, Cooper DeJean.
First time in a while.
He would just won the Super Bowl. He had a pick six. There's a song that's Cooper DeJean is not a regular safety.
Is that a real
Just-
song?
Yeah, look it up.
I don't want to get flagged.
I
We're
will.
already episode 2 isn't allowed.
It's not a real song. Someone just made it.
Isn't allowed in South Korea, but yeah, I bet we could find it.
Cooper DeJean is not a safety.
The best part about not editing is that everybody's going to see my spelling errors.
It's my boy, man. You know what I hate about dating apps, man?
What do you hate about dating apps, man?
I hate when people post group pictures and it be the ugliest person in the group that posts the picture. So they want you to think it's their friends.
You see that a lot on Tinder, respectfully, I mean, it's the truth.
Don't you want some white cornerback? Where they at? Roberta Jean is not a safety. He's just a corner who will lock down your number one. Remix that Michael Jackson. B1. Said his white ass can run. And he's good. He's like not mid. He's really good. Let that white boy play corner.
That's funny.
Could have been me, man.
It could have been me.
Should have took my offer.
What was your offer?
Go play football and baseball for college. Mass Maritime Academy.
Mass Maritime.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it would have played out like Shane Gillis when he went wherever. I'm probably getting
He
this
played
wrong.
college football. He did the military, and he was comedian.
I don't think he was in the military
He went to the academy or something and flunked out or something like that.
for college. I think. No,
No, I don't think so.
I remember he was saying on a podcast that like he was doing his little march, and all his family was watching, and he was like,
"Yeah, I'm not doing this shit."
It's like, I'm fucking quitting, to his mom or something, his parents.
I really hope Shador Sanders gets drafted though. Should have went to
The Columbine.
the Combine. The Combine was a school shooting. Let's not. When I talk about sports, I feel like that's how I feel when you talk about politics.
Well, I don't know much about politics.
But you talk about it a lot.
I mean, I don't mind. I think politics is a little easier for me to let into my life because it controls so much of the world. It's like in your face. With sports, it's easy to continue scrolling. Same with politics. Some people don't mind just live and let live. I'd like today, if we didn't have anything to talk about, I was going to bring up the whole Epstein thing. No, it's nothing crazy. It's nothing deep. It's pretty crazy though. Are you familiar? Are you familiar with the what happened about Epstein?
His island?
No, some chick who was gonna protest, or not protest, but like something about she was gonna go in front of a jury or something and speak. Here it is. Virginia Giffrey. She died. She got hit by a bus,
Shit happens, man.
but she didn't die. And then a week later, she committed suicide. Can I say that? I just did. I don't even know what I'm typing.
Did you know that most koalas can sleep up to 22 hours a day?
I didn't know that.
No, you do.
The more you know.
You're also very slow. Their brain is the size of like a raisin.
Virginia Giffrey, Jeffrey Epstein accuser, dies by suicide. So, yeah, she was chilling in Australia, got hit by a bus. After she healed, she committed suicide. So everybody's all weird about it. But like I said, that's something I don't mind talking about. I don't mind talking about sports either. Yeah. I went to her 30th birthday, I think. Yeah.
So we're just going to lie on the podcast now?
No, I did not know her personally. Of course.
Did you know Epstein personally?
I mean, I didn't like him.
You knew him personally?
Listen, I tried to talk him out of it. I really did. No, I did not know Epstein personally.
You can clip that.
I feel like I'd be a lot wealthier if I did. I might have got hit by a bus if I knew him.
Maybe. What happened to the dude that hit her with the bus?
I don't know. But the whole thing's weird, you know? It's kind of like, I was thinking, it's kind of like, what is it,
So she died yesterday?
Deion Sanders?
What about Deion Sanders?
So
Multi-sport athlete.
it's like anything else. Anything else in the media where like something unprecedented happens and now there's all these theories that come out of it. Like I saw this and then I saw someone just comment like a whole thread on how this is a tactic used by the government to shut people up. It makes a lot more sense if they can't kill her off rip by an accident. They're going to make it look like a suicide, blah, blah, blah. The government did it. And then with Deion Sanders not getting a first round draft pick, I saw a lot of things saying like,
who?
Is it Deion Sanders?
Deion Sanders is his father.
Okay.
Who played professional baseball and professional football.
What's his son's name?
Shador Sanders.
Shador Sanders not getting the first round draft pick. I saw a tweet saying America just loves to push a confident black man down. So it's like immediately all of these thoughts emerge, and I can see that just as much as I can see the government silencing someone, who has information. It's easy to be like people who've been in any business for long enough have more power than they seem. That's all. That's the correlation I was making between it.
Mm-hmm.
The more I thought about it, but I don't know. That's the weird thing about social media. On Twitter, you can see everybody's opinion. I don't go on it too much anymore. I have my moments. Sometimes I'll be on. Right now, I'm on Instagram a lot. I went from Facebook, so I'll probably end up jumping to Twitter and indulging in that for a while. I've been pretty good staying off TikTok though. But yeah, what are your thoughts on that? Like,
it is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. And it will what it will be, man. Don't sweat the petty things. Pet the sweaty things.
yeah, it's a privilege not to let your mind wander.
What do those rogues smell like?
Velo. Oh shit! I said Rogue earlier. It is Velo. 9 milligrams. So
what do they smell like?
This one smells like spearmint.
No, it doesn't. Are these fresh?
Yeah, used but fresh. Freshly used. I bought the discount ones.
They stink.
Yeah, they repack them at a discount price. Get them half off.
What?
You can get ones that are recycled.
That been in somebody's mouth.
Yeah, but they put them through a wash. They let them soak.
And that's the ones you have.
They distill them. Yeah.
That was in somebody's mouth, and it just went in your mouth.
It's like a cigarette. They fucking sweep it off the floor, roll it in a machine. It's not that different.
I don't. Okay.
No. I'm taking care of the earth. If these are in here, they're not on the floor. They're not.
So where do they get used ones from?
You can send them back. It's big. They do this now.
What do you get for sending them back?
You get the knowledge.
The feeling of,
Yeah.
it's in my mouth.
No.
Yeah, no, it's in your mouth.
No, I
bitch.
took care of this planet. Global warming.
That's like.
And you don't even have to peel it. It's
like,
already peeled.
It's like reusing condoms. I'm done. Let me send it in.
Maybe if you put the condom through a wash.
Would you use those?
Did they do it the right way?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
You just said you go to the thrift store.
Yeah, but the clothes aren't in people's mouths. I'm not buying underwear from the thrift store.
You don't know. You don't know where those clothes have been.
Probably
How they've
not
been
in
used.
someone's mouth.
I mean, at least you know where these came from.
You know where they came from? Someone's mouth.
Zach, if you scan the QR code, you know exactly
Whose mouth they were in first.
what generous person decided to make sure
Scan it. I want to
put
see whose
the
mouth they were in.
environment first.
You get to see whose mouth they were in?
Yeah. They
Can
tell
you
you.
scan it?
Yeah,
Scan it real
Zach,
quick.
this is huge in California.
I wonder why.
Why what?
Did he live out there?
I should be so lucky.
Scan. I want you to scan it. I'm gonna scan it. Scan, discover more. So I'm gonna see whose mouth these were in first.
Yeah, don't be surprised if it's someone highly respected. Maybe it was Deion Sanders.
Who's Jeffree Star?
That explains the taste. But no, these are the first ones I found that are higher nicotine than the Rogues
I
or the
just can't
Zens.
believe that they were in somebody's mouth.
You shouldn't. You'd probably be better off.
Yeah. That's wild.
No, I lied. I lied about that whole thing. I wanted to see how long
you
I
sure?
could go. Yeah, yeah.
Why are you lying this podcast?
It's a joke. You're not giving me much to work with here, bro. I think.
Oh, when you're sitting here talking about fucking Epstein and politics.
Hey, I'd never fucked Epstein. Not in front of a camera.
Bro, oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't want to, man. You started drinking
Yeah,
before I
most
came
of
in the
it's
room?
fucking water.
Hey, man.
The cameras were off, but no, yeah, no, I did not start drinking before.
So why was it water?
I had everything prepared. I was letting you finish playing Apex, and I guess it melted quite a bit. But you were generous enough to pour me a glass, and I do appreciate it. I actually don't mind that it's watered down.
Mine's darker than yours.
Matches your lips. That was a bad one. That was bad. But yeah, the world is a crazy place.
It is, ain't it?
It
It's
is.
1:10 a.m.
No, it is not. What the
We started
fuck?
this shit at 12:10.
Did we really?
Think around 12:30.
How long? It's been going for 30 minutes. Jesus. Jeez Louise.
When's the last time you were up this late?
Man, I've been up till 3 every single night this week.
Why?
Haven't been able to sleep.
FOMO?
Yeah.
What do you think you're missing out on? Life.
I don't know. I don't think life. I think it's that thing where, like, you know, you're obligated to do what you got to do throughout the day. And
The only free time you really get is at night.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can either be a little bit more deliberate in your actions and wake up early and get that day, that time you need, or you can stay up at night and kind of, you know,
I don't know. Hopefully these acting things pan out.
yeah. No, yeah, I'm excited.
Pays not much, but at least I'll get a clip of myself being in front of the camera.
I didn't know Miss Janet.
Are you okay?
I was doing an impression.
Of?
I didn't know Miss Janet.
You're all right?
It wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault.
None of that was said.
You don't know who. No, I'm doing an impression. He was in
Kangaroo Jack.
no,
Yes, it was.
he was. Okay.
That's who that guy sounds like in that movie I was watching today. What Love Is. He sounded like.
There we go.
Yeah.
He sounded like.
No, leave the acting to me, man.
What should I type? Actors? Okay. Christopher Walken. Christopher Walken.
That's who the dude from What Love Is sounded like to me. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-mm.
The guy who was sitting there with his drink, he was married.
What love is? Christopher Walken's.
Mars Callahan. Cuba Gooding Jr. kind of fell off a little bit.
Yeah, I wonder what he's doing now. You know,
Click on it, see what his most recent. He was in the Snow Puppy movie, right? Sled Dogs.
Men of Honor.
2000. He was Radio.
What do you mean?
You've never seen Radio?
Where do you see Radio? Oh,
If you look up the trailer for Radio,
is that That's not who I thought it was.
Harris.
Ed Harris. I thought that was fucking someone else.
But pretty much he's special needs kid who helps out this football team. Gets made fun of, but
He becomes a really good athlete.
no. You're dripping, bro.
Thank you. I try.
Can you do an impression of him again?
What should I say? Can you do any really good impressions?
Yeah, I can do Lilo from Lilo. Not Lilo. I can do Stitch from Lilo and Stitch.
I can't wait to clip this.
Oh, Hanneman's family.
You could also do Daffy Duck.
No one that's left behind. Donald Duck. Daffy is the girl.
You're right. And they're making a live
Action, Donald Duck.
Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah. I'm excited about it.
I can do Lilo. Ohana means family.
Did you know in the original Lilo and Stitch, I think one of the planes, like one of the things flying,
Yeah.
and then they related to 9/11 kind of, so they had to change it. And then also
They had a Boeing flying through the fucking sky.
in the first rendition of it, Lilo climbs into the washer or the dryer machine, and then they had to change it to the hamper.
Yeah.
You know, the Moana coming out, the live action, I applied to be on that one.
Really?
Never heard back from it.
That's fine.
It's okay.
They fucking missed out.
Yeah. I look Hawaiian, don't I?
If they ever need a Christopher Walken's voice actor, though, they better call me.
You sound like you're constipated.
I mean, maybe I am.
You want to hear the 2 steps to constipation?
Mhm.
Step 1,
Try.
sit on the toilet.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
What are you waiting on? There's no number 2.
That was good.
Heard that one at work.
I heard a joke the other day.
Shout out Mr. Rake.
I don't remember the joke though, but it was good. It was a classic dad joke, and I thought you'd get a kick out of it. When you get a what are those things? Audition. You should just
I've had auditions before.
you just spit dad jokes. Just spit on them when you get in there.
Why dad jokes?
You're good at it.
But how's that going to help me get a role?
I know I can do an RFK impression.
Oh, that's JFK.
Close. That was. Wait.
That's all he needs to do to sound normal. He just needs to.
It's in the water. It's in the water. I really do respect RFK.
He just needs to.
It's just one good time.
Drink some water or something.
He needs to drink some water. Just have you fill up his glass.
I never filled up anything with water.
So much better when it's watered down.
You go get us some more ice. Funny, I'm running out of ice. I wonder what happened to mine.
We're at solid 30. You want to go get some more ice real quick?
Yeah, no, I'm not a fiend. I'm good.
Okay. We're already halfway through our drinks.
Who was that?
Christopher Walken.
Fuck. Dude. It's okay. It
Yeah.
happens.
You know, if MEPS doesn't go through, and I don't, what's the word? If I don't get approved to join the military, I would like to take some acting classes. Even if I'm not going to do acting, I think it's a cool way to even like maybe not acting classes, maybe what's it called when they do like
Improv.
improv. Yes, and you
I
know,
can improv.
no, you cannot.
Yes, I can.
No, you need a script.
Are you paying me, feeding me, or fucking me?
Okay, Lil Wayne. He never said that verbatim, but anytime someone said freestyle for me, he would be like, "Are you paying me? Are you paying me?" I can do a good Lil Wayne impression if
Please don't. Young
um
moolah, baby.
young. Wait, yeah, no, yeah, it's not verbatim. But but if MEPS doesn't go through, I would like to do something with improv. You know, get this extra energy out of me,
Do it.
even just a little bit.
Do it. Maybe one day you'd be like your brother.
I gotta work on my impressions. Okay, yeah, it's enough. That's enough.
Yeah. You're really good at the little boy voice. No, chill, dude.
I mean, literally, it's not that hard.
You're a little too good at that one.
If you know what you're doing.
Them shit stink, bro. I think that's what the smell was earlier.
I think it's just because I didn't brush my teeth. I think that's.
I wasn't gonna put you on blast like that.
No, I brushed it this morning, but it's been a long day.
Yeah, it's 1:20 in the morning.
Yeah, I didn't take my vitamins today, but that's okay. No, I did not. Oh my God.
Are you okay, dude?
If I remember correctly, I think I just took my vitamin C stuff, and I didn't take anything else. But they're the easiest ones because they're gummies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I took all mine before I got in the shower.
I'm glad you put me on. I really am. I feel way better, you know,
Thank you.
mixing in a little Alpha Brain. We'd love a sponsor. Anybody. Had to get all the water, you know. You know what I am a little apprehensive about?
What?
Doing a podcast by myself.
Yeah, those were kind of when you're just reading along to the script on the computer and you had the AI change your voice to sound more provocative.
No, that's another channel. That's Bias Media. This is Bias Podcast.
Oh.
Bias Media, I'm actually super excited about, and I enjoy it, and I think
Yeah.
I'm going in the right direction.
I love that.
I thought you were talking about my solo podcast I was doing. I had them on Bias Media. I got to about,
You were recording yourself?
yeah, but only audio, and then I record the screen the whole time. But I would go,
Sounds like the other shit you were doing.
yeah, I enjoy, a lot of my podcasts are about news, so I'd have about, what, I got to fill up an hour of time, 5 minutes a topic, about 12 topics, 5 times 12.
Yeah.
So
a good movie too.
Gives me a little over an hour.
His most recent movie was 2009. Damn, I don't even remember Norbit.
He was in Norbit?
I think so. That's what it says.
Wait, who?
No, never mind.
Oh, probably also.
One of the Wayne brothers is going to be in a new scary movie about sports. Yeah.
Yeah, that's produced by
Who's in Red Tails?
either Key or Peele.
Well, I guess so. Who's in The Butler? Is that Robin Williams?
I hear
The youngest.
the youngest.
Wonder what he was doing.
Can you do a Forrest Whitaker impression?
I have risen, baby boys.
How was your movie night?
I saw 2 movies. Smith, pretty good. And then another one I saw with Meme, mediocrely. And then I watched it fully.
What do you mean you saw it with Meme? Oh, okay.
It was
You
like bits
you
and
saw
pieces.
when Meme was here.
Yeah.
Okay. So what'd you watch?
I forget her name, but it was the chick from Cassandra from Wolverine. She wasn't bald in this. She had hair. She was a lady. She banged the groundkeeper and then ran off. It's a love story.
1 through 10.
Smith was a good
Tearjerker.
I'd give it like a solid 8. Then the other one I'd give it like a 6, 7.
6, 7.
5's like the average.
That's a good one.
But Smith was actually a crazy one. It was a foreign film that we watched dubbed on Netflix, and it was 2 siblings. There weren't siblings. There were 2 people from the same orphanage that got adopted that ended up dating and marrying. Crazy story. I'm not gonna tell you how I got there, but you should need to find out when you're out. Okay, bye. And that's on Sam's World.
You wanna do a plug real quick? Anything you wanna plug?
A plug.
Yeah. Well, how do you and Zach
Like
both
an outlet.
like
That's a niche
Shout out.
a shout out? Anything you want to plug? Websites,
Who the fuck says
handles.
You know what a plug is?
A plug's like a drug dealer.
Listen, get the fucking wax out of your ears. That
I would like to
dirty
show you
head of
my
yours.
fake online business. No, I'm joking.
No, yeah, lie. I've been lying the whole time.
Fully lie.
Yeah, I got Zach to believe that these were reused. That I bought them at a discount.
Is the camera on?
Yeah.
I like being a faceless character.
Yeah, I was actually.
I'm in love with my voice.
I was thinking,
Anyone.
if you wanted to, you do not have to, but I was thinking about putting the monitor right here, and then if you wanted to sit behind the camera with the computer, and anytime we look something up, just the whole time we're podcasting, you just look shit up.
Have you met me? I can't spell. I have a learning disability.
Neither can I, but I mean, I won't. I'll do editing, and I'll only record what
That's the
you do.
I
What you do look up.
something out.
Okay. Yeah. No worries.
I'm joking. Maybe. I don't know. I'm about to go to bed. It's quite late for me.
All right.
I'm a delicate flower.
You don't want.
Needs much rest.
You want anything?
Can I have the rest of the bottle?
I don't really think that's a good
I
idea.
don't know if that's a good
Wittily
idea.
think you guys wittily just don't want me to
If-
have any.
Well, I mean, if you get
You
it,
can buy your own bottle.
if you get a
Huh?
glass,
Did you buy that?
I
Yeah.
forget.
You?
Yeah.
No, exactly.
Partially, I drove.
I forget that.
So you're the driver. What were you saying, Ryan? Sorry. Somebody was distracting me.
No, you're my youngest brother, so I forget you're 21.
I am that guy.
He turns 22 this year, actually.
Jeez, you're old.
I know. I had
Well,
a
what?
fun time before I was 21.
What was I?
I'm
You're
Just
ancient.
raisin. I'm a raisin.
Hey, if you grab a glass though, put ice in it. I'll pour you glass, 100%. I just
Who poured? No, I want to be like an alcoholic and drink out of a bottle.
you want to drink just straight. You can have a few sips if you want. Can I get it back?
Maybe.
Okay, I'm fiending. That's all.
It was okay, guys. I had a what's called flavored gum. It was
What was it called?
Sour Patch gum. It's pretty nifty. My friend gave it to me.
Yeah, every once in a while, I don't mind some Sour Patch.
No, I'm good. I don't feel like an alcoholic.
I knew the moment you were gonna smell that.
I'm not an alcohol person.
Oh, that's fine.
Seems very. I need a good fireball.
Hey Sam, did you know?
Koalas can sleep for up to 22 hours a day.
Do you know koalas are dying of chlamydia?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Also, a lot of them were killed by Australia's forest fire.
Mm-hmm. Do you know armadillos? Some of them can be bulletproof. The guy shot one and bounced back and killed him. Something like that.
If you guys could be any animal besides,
Alive today.
well, I was gonna say, what are we? Homo erectus?
Homo sapiens.
Homo
Sapiens.
Yeah, Homo erectus is
It's
probably.
before us. It's a few.
I don't know. I think that's something that came from the dirty side of my mind. Is that a real thing? Homo erectus? Okay, cool. Never mind.
Sapien.
Yeah, so if you could be any animal besides Homo sapien, alive or
Real. Fake.
extinct.
Mythical. Jinx, that ain't right. You owe me a Sprite, knock on wood.
So mythical is on fair game.
Sure, yeah.
I say dragon.
I would want to be a dragon from D&D. They have magic and they can shapeshift. What dragon would you want to be? A wyvern, like Game of Thrones, or like a dragon, a normal one? Magic, no magic. I could look human. I could bang any species I want, and the kids that I have with them would be half dragon.
What
This
dragon?
man just said he could bang any species he wants.
Because in
Bro said species.
D&D,
Plural.
As a dragon,
no, in D&D,
I have
in
ultimate
D&D,
control.
the dragons shapeshift, and they're known to have magical power. So if it shapeshifts and has a child with a human, they'll be half dragon. But there's other breeds out
So
there.
what kind of dragon would you be?
D&D, right?
A dragon. I would be the generic dragon with
No magic,
four limbs.
abilities, just
No, yeah, the ones
Just
from
fire.
Smog from Lord of the Rings.
I could kill you easily.
Well, that's not at the top of my list.
Magic.
What about you?
I'd be God.
Ooh, I fell. Yeah, let's go.
I don't know if God's an animal.
You're right.
Or real.
I was just making a joke. I would be
That was good.
a mutant. Omega level.
That's not.
It's not a human. It's a.
Sirian, that's
It's
right. It's the evolution of Elor.
no. If I
Any of you want a high seat?
Sure.
It's in the fridge downstairs. The mini fridge.
If I-
see is a drink.
if I could be any animal, if I could be any creature, we'll extend it to creature.
That just hit me.
What my
Burp.
if I could be any creature, it'd be a fly.
Why? Eat shit all day?
Can you close the door, please?
Their lifespan is only like 24 hours.
Actually, you don't have to close the door if you don't want to. We just might get loud. What'd you say?
Their lifespan's only like 24 hours.
Okay, but although their lifespan's probably more or less 24 hours,
What type of fly would you want to be? A bot fly?
a horse fly. But although their
Put your
lifespan,
mouth on horses.
You like to bite people?
I'll,
Bot flies burrow into people's skins.
I'd be
eggs and people.
I would like to be a common housefly. But to answer your question, although a housefly lives, you didn't ask a question, but although a housefly lives up to 24 hours, I'm sure to any creature that's above our perception,
Would be gods.
What makes you think they're sentient?
we probably only live like 24 hours to some mythical being that we just don't know exists yet. So it'd be cool to just, from the life,
Turtle?
from the point of view of a fly. There was that movie about flies,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
What
That go to space?
about flies?
There's a movie about flies, a little, like,
flies. Did they go to space?
there was that one.
I'm thinking about stripes with the zebra.
That's what it was.
And it was about a zebra.
Yeah.
Not the flies.
Well, the flies played a part.
Yeah. What are you looking at, Sam?
You in the camera?
Thank you.
How do we look? I changed the lighting a little bit.
It's
Um,
snazzy.
It's also I'm using a wide angle. So,
It looks
I
good.
think it's been about an hour, too.
Sam, if you want to sit on the bed, you can. If you could just
It's not been an hour. It's 45 minutes.
if you could take the screen, unplug it from everything, and just set it.
Sitting down, I'm gonna leave.
Okay.
Can you bring us up some ice, please?
No.
All right.
I just got home. I'm about to take a shower.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna push, but yeah, no, yeah.
Let me bring you up ice in my bare hands. I'll do that.
In a
Cup,
cup,
please.
preferably. But
From touching my bare hands from touching it already.
No, just
I mean, in the
scoop it, or you could put it in the thing and it
you
falls in
don't
it.
you do not have
I'll
to.
know if I touched the ice or not, but you guys won't.
True.
Then maybe the ice.
Thanks, Sam.
Thank you.
I'm gonna do all sorts of things to that ice. Breathe on it.
We're at 45 minutes. I hate looking in the camera to check the time because I probably look ugly as hell.
You're a very handsome man.
Thank you. You look just like me, so
No, I don't. Don't disrespect me like that. I'm my own unique individual, but you are a very handsome man. Brother to brother. Don't let anybody ever tell you different.
you are very unique.
Thank you.
No, yeah,
No, yeah.
that's what I said. Now I'm kidding. No, you are very unique. You're a beautiful human being. You have a lot of qualities I admire.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yep. And hate is confused admiration.
Okay.
I'm just picking on you, but
You can pick your friends. You can pick your nose.
oh, you know I can pick my nose.
But you can't pick your friend's nose.
Yeah, I'd stubbed on what we should talk about next.
I don't know. He kind of just threw me off coming in.
Yeah, same. That was awesome though. I love that he was here.
Yeah. Love him. Stresses me out, but I love him.
All my heart.
And then some.
So, if you were an animal that existed today that's not mythical, what would it be?
No, honestly.
If you were a creature. Tim, you can't,
Mystery ice.
if you keep walking in and out,
Thank you, Sam.
I'm losing my train of thought.
I want to make a shout out to Cassandra Bowman. If you're out there,
Who's that?
please call the channel and please make our day entertaining.
Who's that?
Cassandra Bowman, a TikTok celebrity. Please contact the station.
Oh man, there's this one TikToker I showed you yesterday. I think she's so fun.
Cassandra Bowman is fine too.
I'm not gonna shout her out, so I'm not gonna.
Can I hit your
Very
vape?
funny,
No.
and she's a
Damn, can I go grab a vape?
From where?
Your room?
Why?
Because my inner fiend is kicking in.
Are you drunk?
I'm feeling it, but I'm not drunk. Can I go grab it?
Yeah, there's scattered throughout my room.
Okay, you have to keep the podcast going though.
All right.
I'm not doing any edits.
I'll give someone a shout out. That girl I was talking about. I don't know why. I just find her very attractive, respectfully. Let me see if I can find her. She's the lollipop girl. If y'all know who that is, let me see if I can find her. Respectfully, as well. I think she's
Is this a good one?
very attractive. Her
Is this,
at is Fart Vapor 7. Yeah, that was good. I'll show the camera.
You can look her up if you want. Shout her out.
Just saying. I know she'll probably never see this, but
You know, nothing.
dude, quit blowing your breath at me, man. I love you, but please don't do that again.
Nothing calms my nerves more
It's a vape.
than inhaling something. If you know what I mean.
Ask Sam if he knows who that is.
Okay, so
Disgusting.
I'm gonna do an impression.
You said unplug this from what?
Just unplug the monitor because I think it's gonna fall. That's all. Yeah, and if you could put the monitor to the side.
Go ahead, do your impression.
If you could face the monitor towards the wall, the other way. If it falls, it'll fall forward. Okay, cool. Okay, so here's my impression. Sam, do you know who I am?
I need more.
I can
Like this person.
I can give you more if you ask for it.
This is giving familiar. Who is this? Give me a hint.
Maybe my name rhymes with.
Or you can just stop it now. This hurts to watch.
Give me a better demonstration, Zach. What you can.
I don't like acting while you're in the room.
Why? Am I too intimidating?
You make me uncomfortable.
As,
As you just blew kisses at me.
because you said, you know how insulting that is of saying you feel uncomfortable acting in front of me? Younger brother, you should fully feel comfortable doing anything in front of me.
I feel like you judge me.
Christopher
I
Walken.
judge you. I feel like I'm the least judgy person in this family.
Chris.
I judge your actions against.
I'd give you top
my
2.
safe actions I judge, but if it was safe and not.
I'm trying to
it,
find him. What was his name?
judge you.
Christopher Walken. He's actually Kangaroo Jack. If you click on that, he's right there. If you know what I mean, you would understand.
Well, that speech to the boy is 8 pages of solid dialogue, and I had it for 4 months before we started.
It's like
And I
gonna
did other
explode,
things,
bro.
but I would study it every day, and it always made me laugh.
That's it. He's great.
Mr. Walken, this is a massive honor for me. Thank you for taking the time, sir. I appreciate you.
I
Hi, how are you?
And relate to this idea of needing to.
Yeah.
This is very hot.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
probably from the computer.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
You know, be playing too much of that game on here.
That one game. You don't pay attention enough to know.
I'm the least judgy person in the family.
I said if you weren't a dick.
You are what you eat.
About why your foals on it.
Let's come back here.
I don't know if the audio picked it up. So next time, if you do wanna,
Oh, sorry. But yeah, let me be quiet over here.
if you do want to speak though, just let me know.
Give him that mic.
That's what I'm saying. I'll put in that mic. I'll make it so we can hear everything you say.
You gotta get so close.
52 minutes.
8 more minutes. Try to push.
I mean,
it
we could go for like 3 hours. I mean, people like that.
Yeah.
I was watching like a normal podcast. I don't want to say normal. I was watching a podcast of people I enjoy watching.
Like who?
Shout out Duncan Trussell,
Biggie Smalls.
Tupac, fucking
No, what was yours?
who?
Biggie Ryan.
Yeah, on Xbox. But lost my train of thought. Why am I telling you about podcasters I like watching?
You're toasty, bro.
I am.
We should finish this tonight. Go until it's done. Deal?
Yeah, I don't remember why.
You said I was watching a normal. I mean,
Yeah, before that though, why was I explaining that?
I don't remember.
Run it back. No. So regardless,
We should go over these lines real quick for my audition.
who's out? Whoever's album is that?
I don't know. It's yours.
Dan,
What are you talking about?
Danny
This is the Universal trip all over again.
Danny Brown. He's one of my favorite artists, but he also makes podcasts. So I do like watching Danny Brown. I do like watching
Where are
Duncan
you
Trussell.
getting with this?
I don't know. I'm just going. Duncan Trussell, obviously Joe Rogan. But yeah, whatever I said prior to this, just know that I was thinking about shouting them out a minute ago before I lost my train of thought.
All aboard. Left the station.
Yep, we out here, bro. See, if anybody just listens to this, they're going to think I did that.
Yeah. You want to talk about Shannon Sharp just got fired?
No, he didn't.
Do you know why?
No.
He had some allegations come out, and he came out with the receipts, and it's pretty, yeah, everybody's picking a side here. He was messing with a 19-year-old, and he's in his 50s, and Yeah. I think she said, put that big black baby in me.
Which one do you want me to click on?
I don't know, man. Whatever you want.
Well, legacy media never lies, so let's see what NBC.
NBC never lies.
Shannon Sharp stepping aside from ESPN in wake of sexual assault lawsuit.
I think he just signed like a $50 million contract or something, and then this lawsuit came out, and she's made accusations, and he pulled out the receipts, phone calls, text messages, and yeah.
At this
Sad
juncture,
story.
I'm electing to
parties
step
involved.
aside
Yeah.
temporarily from my ESPN duties. I will be devoting this time to my family and responding and dealing with these false and disruptive allegations set against me. I plan to return to ESPN at the start of the NFL preseason.
Someone said best thing to do in these kind of situations is just be quiet and let your legal team handle it.
Yeah, but the public loves when you like
Clap back.
Yeah, you speak your
Drama.
piece, you say your part. I mean, in all honesty, anytime something happens, even just thinking about the most recent thing I saw where it was, I don't know what it was about, but T-Pain, I have no idea what it was about, but something happened where
Molly in a drink.
No, I think that was Rick Ross, but
No.
T-Pain said something, and he went on social media. He said how the media likes to take things out of context. And yeah, next thing you know, it was water under the bridge. I don't know what it was about. I don't think it was that deep. I think a news media outlet took his words out of context. And all he did was, it was very calm, cool, collective, went on social media, explained what he really meant. And I know a lot of people say if you didn't do it, I won't say the right thing to do, but some people think the best thing to do is, if you know you didn't do it, stay quiet, don't say anything. But if you're a public figure, I think the best thing you can do is tell your fans your side of the story, no matter what it is.
I don't know. I just think a lot of people are liars. Do anything for clout, for money.
Can you name me one person that's never lied? Howie Mandel.
No, I mean, like, everybody lies. We're all human beings, but some people are vindictive to hurt people. Like, go for their jugular, like, ruin their career, slander their name.
Yeah, but
get them fired, take all their money.
Defending yourself.
Men and women. I want to put that out there.
What about defending yourself, though?
What about it? Yeah, you should be able to defend yourself. I'm not saying you shouldn't. But I think respect is always a big thing. If you have receipts, drop them.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, prove it.
Especially if you're a public figure.
Yeah. That comes with being a public figure, though. Whether it's sports, Hollywood, music,
That's the beauty of podcasting.
What?
Long format content. Nothing's edited. You're able to speak your piece, and you let the public decide how they feel about it. I can't tell you how many times I've listened to a podcast where someone's interviewing someone, and
everybody, well, let's be honest, everybody acts different on camera. Every single person, whether they're acting, trying to be funny, trying to keep their thoughts reserved so they don't get in trouble, or trying to be cooler than they are, mysterious. Like, I know, at least for me personally, I try to watch what I say. Because, like you said, things can't be taken out of context.
Yeah. I try to embody the most genuine part of myself when I'm on camera, but
like you even earlier lying, that's out of character for you, man.
Not always. Sometimes with a grain of salt, I do like to kind of string out a lie sometimes, but I'll say it's easier to
Excuse me.
when I'm talking to you or Sam one-on-one and I decide to say a lie or make up a joke, it's a lot easier to hold myself accountable, be like, "Oh, I'm just kidding," because I'm with you. I know you. I know how you react.
Mm-hmm.
Zach, you got to stop that.
I'm sorry. You said how.
How you react. So it's a lot easier to gauge.
I'm sorry. That was rude.
No, you're fine. Bad breath is something I got to work on.
I need to carry mints on me or something.
But to comment on even what just happened now, being in front of a camera, I think it gives you an opportunity. It gives you the opportunity to be as authentic as possible.
Yeah.
So it's up to that person. Like even me, just now messing around, even about earlier when I said I was looking at the podcast and I was talking about my weight and how, oh, I'm a fat fuck,
Because everything we say is just random thoughts.
Is it random though?
Yeah.
Or is it conscious thoughts bubbling up to the surface and we
Everybody
get
has like intrusive thoughts. Like,
yeah,
even bad ones. Everybody does.
one of the people I look up to the most has said every thought that comes in his head, he decides he thinks it's, and I might be, I'll paraphrase, but he should say it because it's coming to him from, and he didn't say this, but from the muse. It's something you need to say to the public. You're in front of the camera. This is the context.
But there's just some thoughts that we don't even give two thoughts to, like something random.
Well,
You walk by, you smell something or remind you of something, you just chalk it up to whatever and keep it pushing.
who's the actor who he played Hellboy?
I know what you're talking about. The original Hellboy.
The original Hellboy, yeah. He was in a movie. I'm going to look it up.
I know what you're talking about.
So he was in a movie where all of his thoughts were narrated.
What movie is it? I'll watch it tonight. You just did it again.
It wasn't Hellboy.
Who, Thanos?
No, Ghost.
Thanos?
Ghost Rider?
Yeah.
Thanos.
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 Than.
Dark or Darth Vader?
Nicholas motherfucking Cage.
He was just in a movie with Pedro Pascal that I just watched. Hold up.
Bless you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I don't like sneezing.
Why?
Because I'm already blessed.
In the movie Unbearable, no, it wasn't Unbearable Way to Mass Talent. There's a movie with Nicolas Cage in it where like he's walking down the street and a lady's walking in front of him and she ends up walking in front of him, but he's the whole time his inner thoughts are the monologue for the movie. So he's thinking like, man, I got to pick up.
So does he not speak during the movie?
If I type in Nicolas Cage ADHD movie, it'll probably make more sense. But if you don't mind while I talk it. But the whole time throughout the movie, he's saying like, all right, grocery shopping, eggs, pickles, cheese, grocery shop. A lady walks in front of him. He goes, eggs, pickle, cheese. Oh, fat ass. I want to get. I want to.
Matchstick Men?
80 Nicolas Cage ADHD intrusive thoughts movie. If you ask a question, Google AI might answer it for you. So if you say, what was the movie where Nicolas...
Dude, this computer is on fire. I could cook an egg on it.
Actually,
Matchstick Men, obsessive compulsive disorder OCD movie.
yeah, if you want to play a clip from it so we don't get copyrighted, it might work.
He has severe Tourette syndrome and obsessive compulsive disorder.
Hold on. I'm gonna ask Chet. I'm
This
gonna ask Grok something.
massive talents, fictional.
Actually, wait, I don't want your voice
He's
to pick up
tormented
anything.
by intrusive thoughts manifesting as self-referrals, fingers.
Which one? No, it wasn't the weight of massive talent. I'm gonna ask Grok something real quick. What was the Nicolas Cage movie where the whole time he's acting, his intrusive thoughts are the dialogue? A lady is walking in the street while he comments about the grocery list. He has to pick up all the items, and when the lady walks in front of him, he starts talking about her ass.
This is what you normally talk to Grok about?
I talk to Grok about everything. Adaptation. In this film, Nicolas Cage plays a character, Charlie Kaufman, a screenwriter, struggling with self-doubt and creative block. The movie prominently features Charlie's intrusive thoughts as voiceover narratives. Yeah, so adaptation. Zach, you playing footsies with me? You were hurting my toes, bro.
I was trying to get you to mess up.
What did I say it was?
Adaptation. Damn, Ryan, maybe your ADHD piping out. You know, last night I almost shaved my beard, left a mustache.
No.
I thought about it for a long, long time. I started to do it, and I was just like, I can't go through it. Through with it.
I would love to see you with a mustache. Just because you'd shave the beard and you'd be at my level. Bring you down a notch in self-confidence. Oh shit.
Ideas can come from anywhere.
Oh shit. This is something I do. I go back to back with clips.
To begin. I'm gonna start. I'm hungry. I should get coffee.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna play the whole thing, but his inner thoughts are the dialogue. What I was saying, what I was getting at.
Damn, my bad.
You sure? You sure you're good?
Yeah, your rogue's got in the way.
So
He wanted to talk about me. You missed the cup.
tell me when. I didn't miss the cup.
When? The rest goes in you. Yours.
Yeah, so as far as inner thoughts, there's an old Chinese proverb. Everybody has 3 thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts they give to the public.
What language do Chinese people speak?
Nowadays, mainly Mandarin. But back in the day,
And you just poured all the water from that in there.
back
Full
in the day.
circle.
So I was watching the movie where it was I forgot what it was called, but it's I think it's on Hulu or it was on Netflix for a while. But there's 3 inner thoughts. There's 3 thought processes, and it's the thoughts that you are comfortable enough to say to the public that everybody knows about you. There's thoughts that only you say around your friends, family, your peers. And then there's the inner thoughts that you die with. And to go back to the Shannon Sharp thing and being a famous person who shares what they have with the public, I think it bridges that gap where sometimes, maybe not always, I think it's easier for comedians where the thoughts that you share with the public and the thoughts that you share with your inner circle overlap. Maybe not the thoughts and the things you say that are your internal monologue that you never share with anybody, as far as the adaptation clip or adaptation movie, that we would just watch the clip.
Have you seen the movie with what's his name? I think it's the dude from
Ben Stiller.
No, the dude from Patriots Day, Mel Gibson. He hears all women, like he can read women's minds.
No, there's a movie like that?
He can hear everything they think of.
Okay.
Great movie. 10 out of 10 watch. I don't know how I'd be able to live my life like that.
What's
His last name?
No, what's your favorite? I'm trying to get you to talk while I type this in. What's your favorite
Moment from the movie?
Yeah.
He's just able to amend all of his relationships with the women in his life, like his coworkers, his therapist, his daughter especially. His daughter didn't really like him until he was able to read her mind and her friends' minds and what they think of him, and what they're saying.
What a woman want.
What a woman want? What women want?
What women want.
What a woman want?
Shit, bro. If I could read women's minds.
Can we watch the trailer real quick?
Yeah. I mean,
promoting this movie. Shout out to Mel Gibson, very talented actor.
We might have to talk during the movie to make it like a
our audio.
Yeah, our audio, but also like a review.
Yeah, it's a great movie. I would say you should watch it, but you don't really watch movies.
Can you silent?
Wait.
And there's nothing.
I'm sorry. I would love to do ads, but if you back out of YouTube and come and click back into the video you want, it skips the ad most.
Really?
Yeah. Which one? This one?
This one. I didn't know that. You're lying. Oh.
Last night at the club.
Great movie.
After you put her in the cab, right? It did.
He's a cocky dude.
She said you had to be in bed early. Oh, I had her in bed by 11. Nick Marshall thought he was.
He's a cocky guy, and then he gets humbled and starts taking advantage of it. And that's Shorty from Spider-Man's aunt. Mel Gibson, great actor though.
Let me get you a cab, sir.
She's a great actress too.
You're welcome, my little sweet buns.
And he's like, what?
What did you say?
Me? Nothing.
She thought it though. It helps him with work. It helps him with a whole bunch of shit. He falls in love.
Whoa, lighten up with that after shape, buddy.
I'm talking personal, private stuff. The stuff that nobody on earth is supposed to hear. I hear that stuff. It's driving me crazy. Even French poodles, I can hear them.
Monsieur, I need to poo-poo.
Great movie. I might watch it again tonight. It's a female fox.
Yes, man honor.
Hello? I'm Darcy. Think of the possibilities.
Great photographs.
No clue they're all Margaret Burkwhite.
They're not all Margaret Burkwhite, are they?
And it helps him with his career. And he's fighting for a position that she's going for too. It's a great movie. I'm going to watch it again tonight. And he confesses to his therapist.
About everything
Yeah. She don't believe him.
Does he tell her, hey, think of something?
Yeah.
And she believes him?
Yeah. She's like, that's a superpower. You're blessed.
And getting in touch
with his feminine side.
With his feminine side.
Oh no.
What are you doing?
That's his daughter.
I don't know how I feel about that. Wait, why does he dress like a woman?
No, he just tries it because the girls, he's promoting products to women.
What's wrong?
Okay.
Oh, God, I just looked at his crotch. Oh, I hope he didn't see me. Oh, I just looked at it again.
It's a great movie.
A Nancy Myers film.
I can't believe this is what I'll be wearing the last night I'm a virgin.
That's his daughter. Took her shopping for prom.
You know what the best part about that movie is?
What?
If women could read men's thoughts, it'd be...
I'm hungry.
Fat ass. Oh, man. No, I was thinking about it. Like, if women could read my thoughts, it's really just... Listen. Okay, try. Listen.
You okay?
No.
You want to hear a funny joke?
Zach,
Do you want to hear a funny joke that I heard?
I always
No?
want to hear a funny joke.
All right. So this man's talking to God, right?
Okay.
God's like, I will grant you any wish you want in
Relatable.
this whole world. He says, all right, I want a bridge connecting every single continent, wrapping around the world. He said, that is way too hard.
He makes a meteorite hit Earth.
No. He's like,
Okay.
that's way too hard. That's impossible. I can't make a bridge that connects every single continent wrapping around the world. Ask something else, please. And the guy's like, okay, fine. I want to know exactly what women want. And he says, how long does that bridge need to be again?
Sorry. Okay. How long? Continue. I'm listening. I'm sorry.
That was a joke. You didn't hear anything, though.
Okay.
After you blew it out of your mouth.
One more time.
Sam, tell me if you understand this, all right? It's a joke. Respectfully. Guy meets God, right? A man meets God. And God's like, I will grant you any wish you want in the whole entire world, right? Please don't blow that in my face again. Any wish you want in the whole entire world, right? And the guy's like, okay, I know a great thing for everybody. I want a bridge that connects every single continent across the whole world, wrapping around the whole world, right? And then God's like, that's impossible, dude. I can't make a bridge that connects every single continent going across the world. Like, that's way too much. That's impossible. I can't do it. And then he says, ask something else, please. Like anything else. And he's like, okay, I want to know exactly what women want. And then God said, how long does that bridge need to be again?
That was good.
I don't remember who told me that.
I enjoyed that.
Thank you, Sam.
You're welcome, Zachary.
Zachary.
I don't like being called that unless you're my woman. So
Zachary.
I feel like I'm in trouble when I hear that name. What about you, Samuel?
What about it?
Instead of Sam, Samuel?
Makes me feel fancy.
Samuel Paul Suarez.
Samuel Paul Suarez.
Dang, we just put his government. My bad. My fault. I like it cut G.
Yes, Greece.
But yeah,
Shit happens.
Edit that out.
We can, yeah.
I'll have to.
You good? You feel not right? You still gotta finish that. That's when we're ending the podcast. Both of us gotta finish it.
I'll have to watch that movie though. But yeah,
I'm gonna watch it again tonight if you want.
three
Really
forms of
started.
thought.
What?
Inner thought that you don't share with anybody. Thought that only your personal friends know, and then
What?
thought that anybody knows.
What are you talking about?
What I was talking about earlier.
I swear you just making shit up, man.
Do you agree with that proverb?
What?
There's thoughts that only you know. There's thoughts that you share with your friends and family, and then there's thoughts that the whole, anybody you run into will know. It's an old Chinese proverb, but to touch base on Shannon Sharp
What the fuck? Okay.
and the whole publicity thing, if you're a famous person, the thoughts that you let everybody know and the thoughts that you just let your close personal friends know.
That one hurt.
I know I didn't know who you're looking at for a second, but they tend to bridge. You have to bridge that gap. But what I was going off initially is, in due time, and especially with podcasts being long format, and you can, share what you want with anybody. I guess the point I was making was, do you think there will be
Time.
do you think there will be a time and place where it's better for you as a celebrity, as someone who's not a celebrity, to share not only their outer thoughts that they share with the world, or their inner thoughts that they just share with their close personal friends. Maybe as far as Shannon Sharpe with the whole allegation thing, and he's saying this didn't happen, blah blah blah. Let me tell you what happened, and he's already shared that with.
I don't know, because there's two sides to every story, because people are always going to pick a side or they're going to remain neutral. So people, this is what it comes back to every fucking argument. You're going to relate more to somebody, whatever it is, race, gender, religion, culture, and you're going to pick that side, and you're going to relate more to them. So you're going to be therefore more inclined to be on that side.
But you don't have to.
You don't have to, but that's human nature.
So over time, technology gets bigger. At some point, not to get...
Even if you're able to prove your point, like this thing, say Shannon Sharpe is innocent, there's still going to be that one clique, that one group that's going to be like, he was in his 50s, she was 19. You should have known better than to even... As soon as you heard she was 19.
Yeah, there's always going to be an opinion. But what I'm getting at is...
Can everybody agree?
No. Do you think there's going to be a point, and maybe I'm forcing this upon you, but we all decided to accept the fact that we can see any social media from anything on my phone. I can see anything. I can see any of Shannon Sharpe's opinions, anything he says to the public.
But you could also take what he says out of context. You can clip something out of a whole conversation, even like we're having right now.
That's what I'm getting at. Do you think there will be a point where, right now, in this day and age, it's kind of different. Back in the day, all you got was what people wanted to tell the public. And what people wanted to tell the public, legacy media, the major news outlets were able to copy and paste. They were able to clip anything they wanted. Tim Dillon just went on an interview, I think with CNN. I might not be exactly correct with who he interviewed with, but Tim Dillon was interviewed by a major news outlet. After the interview, they said, "Okay, cool. We're going to edit it." And he was like, "What the fuck do you mean you're going to edit it? Just put the whole thing out, like a podcast." But it's a major news outlet, so they're stuck in the old ways. They just want what he says that either pushes their narrative or makes him look bad. That's all they want. They want those two things.
Yeah.
With podcasting, you're able to say what you feel, say what you speak. Practically able to say what you say just around friends. So it's bordering that thing where you have three inner thoughts you can say to the public, you can say to your friends, you can keep to yourself. Right now, we're at a point where, because of podcasting, long format content that is not edited, it bridges that gap. It bridges the gap so that anything that you would say to people you have the opportunity to tell the public. Do you think there will come a point where those inside thoughts, do you think technology will come to a point where you have the opportunity to tell all three to the public? Things you want to tell them, things you only tell your friends, and things you keep to yourself.
Anything's possible. I would like to have some things I keep to myself, though.
Okay.
Sometimes you gotta keep your cool and not act out. You want to read over this script with me real quick?
I do.
All right, I just sent it to you.
Okay.
Sam, do you want to... I'm going to act. You want to listen?
Sure.
I got an audition coming up
So
for 2 roles.
Just to put a pin in what I was saying, I know, I'm down to do this. I think there will come a point
Possible.
with Elon Musk and the whole Neuralink thing, and I know, it's crazy, it's in the future, but if you think about it, we've all accepted.
Everybody's going to have...
Listen, I know, but just
if everybody thought what everybody knew what everybody was thinking, That would be horrible, dude.
Just
Like,
hear
if
me
you
out.
guys get mad so much at you guys, and I have intrusive thoughts about you guys, you'd be like, wow, you really fucking thought that?
Just hear me out for a second. So initially, maybe in the early 2000s, the 1990s, the 1980s, everything was legacy media. The only information that anybody wanted to give to the public, nobody knew their personal thoughts. Nobody knew the thoughts they were giving to their close friends or family without it being edited. Nowadays, everybody has the opportunity to share the thoughts they're having with their friends and family and the thoughts they want to tell the public. So that goes from 1 to 2. The thoughts they wanted to tell just their friends and family and the thoughts they wanted to tell the public. That can all be published. It can all go out there if you're on the right podcast. In the future, because everybody accepted phones, there's a chance that the new generation,
Somebody has to have some sort of privacy, bro.
but
Even in this conversation tonight, there's been times where I'm like, what the fuck is this man talking about?
I know.
Respectfully.
No.
Respectfully.
There have been times when you've been talking and I've been like
zoning out. Or, what the hell is he even talking about?
You're right. No. There have been times where I've been...
Especially with the sports thing, I know you don't know a lot of the shit that I talk about.
Yeah, with the sports thing, there were times when I said to myself that I probably wouldn't tell anybody, I have no idea what he's talking about. I don't know how to add into this. But I tell myself, all right, we're just going to go along with it. See if I can have any input just for the public.
But not even that. People don't even know if that's really all of the thoughts you've had. You might have a thought too where you were like, I want to slap this man. What the fuck is he?
So if we think about things we're just telling the media to tell to the public, nowadays we're at the stage where we can tell things that we only tell our close personal family, and they don't get...
Where you getting with this?
I know. Let me talk.
I am in circles right now.
Back in the day, if this whole allegation thing came up, Shannon Sharp would have only been able to tell the media. Nowadays, in this day and age, he can tell what he feels about... He wants to tell the public, what he wants to tell his friends and family. Eventually, we've already accepted cell phones, and this comes with step 2. With step 3, I do believe our kids, the generation after us, they're going to accept Neuralink. And that's going to bridge that third gap.
Okay.
And people are going to be able to know exactly what you're thinking. So if they know exactly what you're thinking, they know all of Shannon Sharp's truths. They know all of his accusers' truths. They'll know everything. They'll know exactly what the truth is.
Okay, so what's your point? That was your point?
Yeah, I'm asking you
possible.
Your opinion.
It's possible.
Okay, and what was your question?
My question was, do you want to go over the script that I got?
I do.
Sam zoned back out.
No.
Fuck, bro.
That's all I was trying to say.
Okay.
But no, yeah, I'd like to go over
possible. Thank you for sharing your opinion. I appreciate it. It's possible. Then again, I don't know. I want my privacy. Like, I'm never gonna let my girl go through my phone, but I'll show her something to reassure her.
Yeah. I'm sure our parents, grandparents,
would you ever let somebody go through every single thought you've ever had in your life? Hell no.
If I had a girlfriend, she wanted to go through my phone, I'd be chill with it. But if I would have to go through her phone too.
Nah, if you got to go through my phone, then we shouldn't be in a relationship.
Nah,
but if you need reassurance and you need me to show you something to reassure you, I went through a woman's phone. One time, never again. If you're going to look for something, you're going to find it. What's done in the dark will come to the light. So why not just, man? We're all adults here.
So you would take the Neuralink?
Hell no. I mean, not for other people to know every single thought I've ever had in my whole life.
You don't think that would influence you to have better thoughts?
Dude, no, bro. That's so stressful.
Yeah, but what if
you can't control your thoughts?
I know, but what if everybody just agreed with that?
Okay.
And they knew, I'm sorry. I'm getting
You're good. You're good.
All I'm saying is, if everybody had Neuralink, whatever the fuck comes after it, and we could read each other's thoughts, it would influence everybody to have better thoughts.
I want to know that. I want to know other people's thoughts, man. Communication is key, and comprehension is key.
Yeah. I'm just saying,
Self-control is a must.
What if I had a lack of self-control? I had a thought that...
I get intrusive thoughts all the time, man.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean to act on them.
But what if I had a thought that I never wanted to share with somebody, and they knew off rip?
Don't share it.
But what I'm getting at is, what if you had the Neuralink and everybody knew immediately?
That's fucking embarrassing.
What do you think would happen? No.
Judgmental, embarrassing.
But you're not the only one in the world that has those thoughts.
Yeah, I don't want to be around nobody then.
But what if you realized that everybody had those thoughts? You would feel...
I know everybody already has them thoughts.
It would be easier.
I know right now that everybody already has them thoughts.
And immediately off rip, once you have that thought that you don't want to share with anybody, not even your close family.
You can have an intrusive thought and be like, I know that's wrong. Don't say it. I know that's wrong. Don't act on it.
Yeah, but if you had that thought and then immediately you realize that half the world was like, yeah, I have that thought too, I'm not going to judge you.
That's way different.
But that's what I'm saying. If you get to that point where you...
But everybody's always going to judge. We're human beings. That's what we're built to do.
Yeah.
Something's different than us, we're going to judge it.
Until we all...
afraid of it.
I'm not saying I want everybody in the world to be like a fucking ant colony where we know each other's thoughts. But if we could all read each other... I'm coming in strictly from a...
I told you it's
hypothetical point of view. Yeah. I guess I'm
disagreeing with you. I wouldn't like that. That's all I'm saying. And you're trying to push your...
narrative. Yeah. No, I am trying to push something
I'm telling you it's possible. I'm telling you I wouldn't like it. That's my opinion.
Okay. And I'm telling you that if everybody could read my thought and I could read everybody else's thoughts, and I realize that majority of the world has the same thoughts and they're struggling with the same thing.
Why not just be not judgmental now and be more curious rather than why does he do that?
You could have said that. You could say that exact statement in any time period in history.
I could tell it. Uh-huh.
But do you see where I'm coming from?
Yes, I see where you're coming from, but you're not going to change my mind.
No, that's fine.
I appreciate your opinion.
I wouldn't be able to change any older person's mind who doesn't agree with being on the internet 24/7. The mentality I'm coming from might be a younger perspective. Somebody who isn't afraid to share their thoughts with everybody. That's all. But yeah, I would like to do